nhiều rồi nè.你要 link 啊？其实叫他们去那个 website 看就好了。啊 ，YouTube 就有了吗？嗯。start 了。No student at all 现在。Alright, welcome back guys. Sorry for the poor Wi-Fi connection just now. Okay, I think it should be much more better right now for the image. Right, so I just briefly go through what we have learned just now. Okay, so basically it's the cation test. Okay, remember cation is positive ion. Right, so cation test basically we can test using sodium hydroxide equals ammonia. Okay, so basically this is how the outcome looks like. So this is really important for exam. It's basically 100% coming in exam every year. Okay, so basically this is I summarize for you guys so you guys can remember easily as well. Okay, see. See, you can test with sodium hydroxide. Okay, these are the outcomes that you form. Okay, alright. Okay, next. Other than this, there's one more cation to be tested. It is ammonium ions. So how do you test ammonium ions? For ammonium ions, you test it by adding sodium hydroxide followed by heat. Okay, so this is how you test for ammonium ions. You add sodium hydroxide followed by heat. Then it will produce ammonia gas. So how do you test? So what is the observation for ammonia gas? Popular in exam. So for ammonia gas, it has a pungent smell. We test ammonia gas using moist litmus paper. Okay, so for information, ammonia gas is weak alkaline. So you test weak alkaline using litmus paper. In exam, you cannot just write litmus paper because it is a gas. Okay, you need water, you need the litmus paper to be wet because you need to dissolve the gas in order for the litmus paper to carry out reactions. Since ammonia is alkaline, it will change the litmus paper from red to blue. Okay, so basically this is how we test for the presence of ammonia gas. Okay, so far so good with the cation test. So basically this is how the cation test looks like. Right, next moving on to the anion test. Anion test. Okay, so anion stands for negative ions. So these are the tests for all the negative ions. So first, halogen, chloride, bromide, iodide. Okay, we test halogen with silver solution, which means whenever you see the word silver, 100% they are testing for halogens. Okay, when you see silver, 100% they are testing for halogen. Remember this. Okay, so if there is chloride, you form silver chloride. Then you form white precipitate. White precipitate for silver chloride. If there's Br, you will form silver bromide, which is cream precipitate. Silver iodide, yellow precipitate. Okay, next, sulfate ions. We test sulfate ions with barium. Okay, which means same thing. Whenever you see the word barium, 100% they are testing for sulfate. Okay, so when there's barium, there's sulfate, you form barium sulfate, which is white precipitate. So which means white precipitate will form. Next, nitrate ions. For nitrate ions, okay, we need both of these testers together. Okay, we need sodium hydroxide and aluminium. It can be in the form of aluminium powder or aluminium foil. Okay, as long as you see the word sodium and aluminium, okay, are being added together, and 100% they are testing for nitrate ions. Okay, so nitrate ions, when they are added with sodium hydroxide and aluminium, it will produce ammonia gas. Okay, so ammonia gas, pungent smell, and we test ammonia gas with moist litmus paper. It will turn the litmus paper from red to blue in color. Next, carbonate ions. We test carbonate ions using acid, because you know that acid react with metal carbonate, it will always produce salt, water, and carbon dioxide. And we test carbon dioxide with lime water. It will turn cloudy. Right, so far so good. So this is the anion test. Just remember, okay, whenever you see silver, 100% it is testing for halogens. When you see barium, same thing, 200% it is testing for sulfate. Okay, and one common mistake students always make is that, okay, if you notice, so basically you see, the test for nitrate ions and ammonium ions, they are quite similar. You see, both you test with sodium hydroxide, and both they will produce the same product, which is ammonia gas. Okay, so students always mistaken. The main differences between both of these is that for nitrate ions, you always comes together with aluminium. The addition of sodium hydroxide comes with aluminium, but for ammonium ions, it is just by adding sodium hydroxide only. Okay, remember, so basically this is the differences between nitrate ions and ammonium ions. Take notes. Alright, okay, next, moving to flame test. Followed by some tips for you guys. Okay, flame test. So flame test, you need to know the test for these 4 metal ions: lithium, sodium, potassium, and copper. For lithium, okay, if you burn the lithium metal with fire, it will produce red color flame. If it's sodium, it will produce yellow flame. If it's potassium, it will produce lilac flame. If it's copper ions, it will produce flame that is blue-green in color. That's it. Okay, and followed by some popular tips. So this is the tips. Okay, so for information, okay, copper is a bit better pattern. Okay, it will tend to like form like color. I mean, compound of different colors. Okay, it's a bit pattern, so you need to like be careful with this. Okay, you see, when it is just copper itself, okay, when it just copper itself, okay, it is brown in color. Okay, the color of copper atom is brown in color. But if it is copper oxide, it is black in color. Copper carbonate, it is green in color. Okay, so Cu2 plus means aqueous. When copper is in aqueous form, for example, in solutions, okay, solutions that contains copper ions, they are always blue in color. Okay, one more important tips. Okay, anhydrous copper sulfate. So, what does it mean by anhydrous? Anhydrous means it do not contain any water in it, means it's 100% dry. Yeah, dry, very dry. Okay, anhydrous, no water in it. Okay, so anhydrous copper sulfate, basically it is white in color. It is a white powder. Okay, but when you add water into it, it will form copper sulfate solution. Okay, which eventually become blue in color. Right, so far so good. So basically, these are all the important tests for the salt, the identification of salt. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys some past year questions. Okay, then you guys you have a better understanding of it. Right. Okay. See. Okay. You see, going with these questions, you see, all right. Okay. You see, it's mentioned here. So there are two metal salt, X and Y. Okay, S is iron 3 chloride. Iron 3 chloride means it contains iron 2, Fe2 positive and Cl negative. Right. So what is the appearance of solution X? So what is the color of solution X? See, this solution contains Fe2 positive. So what is the color of Fe2 positive? It is green in color. Right. Then next, you see, dilute acid and aqueous silver nitrate were added. See, can you see the word silver? Same thing. Remember, whenever you see the word silver, means it is testing for halogen, okay, the halide ions. So you see, it contains chloride, isn't it? Okay. So silver chloride, they will form white precipitate. Okay. So in this case, white precipitate is formed. Okay, then next, you add sodium hydroxide. Add sodium hydroxide, okay, into the solution. Sodium hydroxide, right, with Fe2 positive, it will form green precipitate. Okay, green precipitate is formed. Okay, next test with aqueous ammonia. Ammonia, Fe2 positive, it will form green precipitate as well. Okay, next you see, you add oxidizing agent, yeah, followed by sodium hydroxide. So which means when you add oxidizing agent into it, means one of the compound in this solution will undergo oxidation. So which one undergoes oxidation? Okay, so in this case, Fe2 positive, when you add oxidizing agent into it, okay, Fe2 positive undergoes oxidation, okay, to form Fe3 positive. Remember, oxidation happens when a compound gains oxygen, loses electrons, or there's increase in oxidation number. So in this case, Fe2 positive undergo oxidation to become Fe3 positive, and then you test Fe3 positive with sodium hydroxide. Okay, so therefore, brown precipitate is formed. All right. Okay, next question. See. Then the solution, okay, let's see. You test with hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, you see. You test with hydrochloric acid, it's white precipitate is formed. Okay, hydrochloric acid contains H and Cl, isn't it? So in what condition Cl will form white precipitate? Okay, remember we learned that Cl will form white precipitate when it react with silver. Okay, so there is silver in this solution. Then next, test with sodium hydroxide and aluminium. Remember, sodium hydroxide and aluminium, it produces, you see, pungent gas is produced. It turns litmus paper blue, means ammonia gas is produced. So, which one react with sodium hydroxide and aluminium to produce ammonia gas? Remember, it is nitrate, means it contains nitrate ions. Next, potassium iodide added to a solution, it forms yellow precipitate. Okay, so which means, see, if this is silver nitrate, when you react with potassium iodide, isn't it will form AgI and KNO3. See, AgI, silver iodide. Okay, remember, silver is used to test for halogen. So when silver react iodine, it forms silver iodide, which is yellow precipitate. So which means, what conclusion can you draw about solution Y? So therefore, solution Y is silver nitrate. Silver nitrate. Alright, so far so good. So basically, this is how they will ask you in exam, and it is very important. Okay, so basically that's all for today's session. But if you guys have any questions, or if you guys wish to have like webinar for any particular subjects, okay, you guys can like drop a message at our Facebook. Okay, then we will try to like, of course there will be another round of webinar. This is not, today is just the first session. Alright, there will be more coming soon. Okay, so just visit our website, drop your message, your questions. Okay, we will try to like give classes for all the questions you are facing. Right, so yeah, that's all for chemistry. Now, okay, thank you Amanda, alright, and others. Okay, thanks for watching this live session. Okay, hope to see you guys again. Alright, so now let's get ready for physics. Okay, Mr. Ivan is now like preparing to give you guys like more classes. Okay, alright, see you guys. Okay. Yeah. Physics is coming in about 2 minutes. Yeah. Peace. Oh yeah, so basically like all the notes, okay, I will like take photo and I will post it to the website, then you guys can like download it. Okay, basically this is pretty useful for your exam as well. Basically I summarize everything for you guys, so you guys can remember easily as well, and these are the things that you need to remember, okay, for your exam. 100% coming out. Okay, remember, okay, easy A star chemistry. Alright. Okay.
Hi guys, so this is Ivan here. So we are about to start with our physics lesson. Okay, please check whether you can hear me or not. Please leave a comment so I know whether am I loud enough. Hi Gilbert, thank you. Hey Gabriel, sorry. So everyone can hear me? All right. Okay, hold on now. So we have some camera position problem. Okay, so we are good to start. Okay, so in energy chapter, so basically for this seminar, we are mainly focused in IGCSE first lah. Okay, so there are only three main important energy formula and three type of main formula that you need to know. And the energy will be work done, kinetic energy, and gravitational potential energy. Okay, so first of all, you need to know that your energy, all of them, they have same unit, which is joules, or short form J. Okay. Hello Matthew. Yeah, I noticed you. Okay. So first of all, let's start with work done. Okay. So work done is also a form of energy, and in energy chapter, so you need to remember all of the formula very well, because most of them they only ask you about the formula. So in exam, if you don't know how to do the questions, just in case lah, you can just write the formula down and then they'll straight away give you mark for 1 mark. Okay, so let's start with work done. So work done has a formula of force times displacement. And in physics, you have to memorize very well that which unit to use. So for force will be Newton, for displacement will be meter. Okay, so let's try an example. Let's say I want to move a box from here to this side with 5 meter and I'm using a force of 5 Newton. So what is my work done? Pretty easy. So F times D will be my work done, and with 5 Newton times 5 meter. So answer will be 25 joules. Okay, so you do not remember that your calculator is so important in your physics exam, so or else you are super good in your maths. Okay, then next we talk about kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is some kind of energy that talk about movement on or where there's motion. Okay, so let's see, this is a ball. So a ball of 2 kg is quite heavy, maybe like bowling. So it's moving at a speed or velocity of 5 meters per second. So what is the kinetic energy of this heavy ball of bowling? Okay, so here will be the formula, 1/2 m times v squared. Okay, so this is quite long. So in exam you can write 1/2 mv squared. Very important, remember this. So 1/2 2 and 5 squared. Okay, so can help me do some calculation? No need, actually, very pretty easy. So 25 joules will be the answer, because straight away cross 2 and 2, then 5 squared, 25 will be the answer. Okay, so this will be the kinetic energy of this heavy ball moving. Okay, then last one will be gravitational potential energy. So there are actually quite a few number of potential energy. For example, we have elastic potential energy, then we have this gravitational potential energy. So gravitational potential energy is talking about when there's some certain height. Okay, so when we have height or some altitude. Okay, so how do we calculate this? We have this formula, mgh. Okay, so remember, mgh. So let's say a person 60 kilogram standing at a position of like a 30-meter height. So what is his gravitational potential energy? That the potential energy stored inside him will be 60 times 10 times 30. So it will be a 0 joules. Okay. So remember, all of them has to get the same unit, joules. Okay. So it will be the best if you can write standard form in your exam lah. Okay, 1.8 times 10 power 4 joules. Okay, so these are the core of the energy chapter, but the most important part is your principle of conservation of energy. So that's the question that students will confuse and they don't know how to do the rest of the question. Okay, so here is it lah. Okay, so the principle of conservation of energy tells that, okay, energy can always convert from one form to another, and the amount will not be destroyed. So the total amount will always be the same. And remember that energy will not lost as well. So what is this about? Okay. One way to remember is that you can always use your, for example, kinetic energy equals your gravitational potential energy. Okay. I'll use another pen. Okay. So to be equal because the total amount will be the same. So no matter what form it changed, the total amount will be the same, then we can put an equal there. So it's just changing the details inside. Okay. So let's see here. Ke will be 1 over 2 mv squared equals to mgh. Okay. So we can use it like this lah. Okay, from the total amount of energy we can find the missing details inside. Okay. So let's see an example lah. Okay, but there are a few keywords you need to mark it down, so it will not be destroyed or lost. Then you can always convert from one form to another. A pretty simple example will be like, let's say a light bulb. Okay, it will be converting from electrical energy to heat plus light energy. So how much the energy supply from here will be equal to both of these. Okay, when they add up, then it will be total of the here. Okay, so the example question that they in exam they always ask you about is something like this. Hey, if a person, okay, so he want to go exercise so running up a hill of 50 meter, okay, not that tall, but 50 meter. So what is his position when he is at here? Okay, when he's at a peak. So mgpe, so the formula will be mgh. Okay, so mass 50 gram and gravity 10, and this is 50. So remember that gravity will always be 10. This is the gravity of Earth. Okay, unless it's on moon okay, then you'll be lower. But on Earth, then always be 10. So what's the final answer? 25,000 joules. Okay, so 25,000 joules will be the final answer. Okay, then next question, they always ask you something like this, whether how much is the final, how much is the speed? Okay, so they ask you about the speed when they are not giving you about the time. Okay, so because the usual formula that we use is speed equals distance over time. Oh, but we don't have time, we have a distance of like 50 meters, so no, we cannot use this. So we're going to use this formula instead, like this one mgh equals 1 over 2 mv squared. Why we can use this formula is because that here v is equal to speed as well. So 1 over 2 mv squared equals to mgh. We know mgh is this much, so 1 over 2 mass, we also know 50 kg, then v squared 25000. Okay, so 25 v squared equals to 25000 divided by 25. You guys can read, right? Okay, is it too small or anything? So it'll be 1000 meter per second. Okay, so no space v right here. So v squared equals to 1000. So we need to square root to find our speed. V will be, so you need to prepare calculator. It's very important to prepare calculator. Everyone listen to me. Okay, so square root 1000. Okay, the answer will be 31.6 meter per second. Okay, then you'll be the final answer. Okay. Okay, then next one. Okay, another similar example. So let's say there's a guy, okay, now he's 75 kilograms, standing at about 100 meter height, and he's actually looking something looking some beautiful view. Okay, then his mgh, or you can say the GPE, we're going to find how much is it. Okay, so 75, then 100. So calculator again is very important. Okay, so if your maths is good, also need to use calculator to double confirm the answer. Okay, so 75,000 joules. Okay, so let's say this person looking at the view, very nice. Then suddenly he saw like downstairs, right? Maybe something like a pool. Oh, he feel very hot, want to swim. Okay, so what will he do? He will jump down. Okay, so when he jumped down, then the question suddenly asks you, what's your speed? Okay, so then you now need to find the speed again, similar to the top one. Okay, so same lah, we need to use this formula. 1 over 2 mv squared equals mgh. So 1 over 2 mv squared equals to 75000. So 1 over 2, 75 v squared. 5. So cross 70. So calculator again. See, so many calculations you need to do. So we need to use a calculator. So it will be 2000. So v squared. So square root for both sides will be, so check the answer, 44.7. Okay, so here will be the example of the principle of conservation of energy and also the theory behind it. Okay, so now let's move on to some past year question so that we know about it. Okay. So here is our questions. Okay, so let's read some comment first lah. Okay. Oh, is it very blurry? Oh, happy birthday, Oscar. Okay. Hi, handsome Jianlun. Hi. Hi, thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I know. Okay. So double check out. Is it blur? Or yeah. Any comment? No. Then let's move on lah. Okay. So let's check this past year question. It will be October November 2010 lah. Okay. So this question. So I have highlight a few the details like every time when you do the question, right, if you know what kind of question you're asking, then you can straight away mark down all the details, or you can write it at the side. So we straight away go to CO. It says that you want to find energy. So energy chapter, mostly they ask you about mass. You need to know about the mass, distance and speed. So GPE, again the formula mgh. So you find your mg and h lah. So you have a mass here and a height of 0.7 meter. Then g is always the same. This I have told you that. So 0.15 times 10 times 0.7. Okay, so sorry, there's some mistake. No, 0.7. Oh yeah, so again, so you guys see, I also need to read the question properly. So it shouldn't be 0.7 because it asks you about the height here. Okay, so it should be 0.3. So 0.3, so it will be 0.45 joules. So 0.45 joules will be the answer for first one. Okay, so here is 2 marks. So 2 marks is from, one is from a formula, then working into the answer. Okay, so this will be the first question. Now let's move on to the second question. Okay, so number 2, they are asking you about the kinetic energy. Okay, so just now we have said that when your energy, they always convert from one form to another form. So they want you to find the maximum kinetic energy. So when the kinetic energy is the highest, it means that another energy has to be the lowest. So what will be the energy? It should be your potential energy lah. It has to be the minimum. Okay, let's check from the front. Which part will be the bob has the lowest gravitational potential energy? So the question says 0.7, so the whole thing will be 0.7, and the lowest part, it should be somewhere here in the middle. Okay, yeah, can see. So if it's in the middle, then the top will be 0.2, the bottom will be 0.2. Okay. Can I read the questions? Can zoom in a bit blur. Okay, hi, Joey. Okay, Joey can try and see whether can focus or not. Oh, still need to zoom. Yeah, can see. Okay, so here should be the lowest position it is at lah. Okay, then now we need to find the answer. Okay, so maximum KE equals to minimum PE. So max KE equals to minimum PE. Why minimum PE is at there? Because it's at the lowest position. Okay, so 0.2 is the lowest position of the bulb to the ground. Okay, bulb. So we find this and then we should get this. So MGH again, mass will be 0.15 times 10 times your height, sorry, 0.2. So calculate will be 0.3 joules. Okay. Okay, then let's move on to the next part. So when you find velocity, okay, so from velocity you can find from your kinetic energy. So KE equals to 1/2 mv squared. So 0.3 equals to 1/2, then 0.15 v squared. So cross 0.075 v squared equals to 0.3 divided by 0.075. Okay. So v squared equals to 4 square root. Will be the answer. Okay. So next question. So this will be the total 12-mark question lah. So be careful. Then as the pendulum swings from left, okay, state the maximum height it will reach. So maximum height it should be the same as just now lah. So from here, total convert your energy from here to this side, then it should be the same as 0.3 meter. 1 mark. Okay, then use a ruler, draw carefully. Okay, so this one in your exam you have to draw carefully lah. Okay, so make sure that the angle will be the same. It will be something similar, somewhere at here. Okay, sorry, a bit chanting a bit on the paper, so you guys can see how it works lah. Okay, then let's move on to the next question. Okay, so October, November 2012 questions. Okay, so same. Want to find speed, and they tell you that, oh, this is the kinetic energy. Wow, this is very good. So you got mass, then you got the kinetic energy. Okay, so you need to find your v, the speed. So again, 1/2 mv squared. Okay, so 1/2, 600, v squared equals to 160. Okay, so here I need to take care. 160 km. So you see a k, k means 1,000. So to add 3 more 0 at the back. Do not make careless mistake like this. It's very wasteful lah, the mark. It's like 3 marks already. Okay, so now shall we do calculation lah. So v squared equals to 160 over 300. Okay, so it'll be 533.333, a lot of 3 lah, recurring 3, but you don't need to write that much. So 533.3. Okay. Then we move on to this side lah. So v squared equals to 533.3. Then you square it again lah, both sides. Thank you, King. Okay, then square the answer. You get 23.1. Okay. So 23.1 meter per second. Okay. So always remember, do not forget your unit. Okay, if you didn't write your unit, then your teacher may give you wrong lah. Okay, then next one. As the car travels from A to B, it loses 40 kJ due to friction. So the car managed to go to the top. Okay, so now it's at a bay, a boy here. Okay, then what will be the height? Okay, it lost this much. So, okay, why it can lose due to friction? Because friction, it has heat energy, so heat energy can lose the surrounding. Okay, because heat can be transferred, okay, like can through convection, conduction, radiation, okay. That's the reason behind it lah. So 16000 need to minus 40 K first, so you should get 120 K joules remaining. Okay, so from here we find the height. So when you have height, what formula do you use? Remember, it will be your mgh, because in this formula you have h. Okay, so mgh. Okay, so let's do it here. So 600 will be the m, g is 10, h 105, then 1220 K. Okay, so now find h, 12 K, 600, 6000. Okay, so calculator again. So it's very important to bring a calculator. So answer will be 20 meter, 20 meter. Okay, and let's move on to the next question. Okay, so at C, the car slowed down by shallow tank of water and kinetic energy of the car reduces to 0. So 3 suggestions what will happen to this kinetic energy. Okay, get back to here. So when the car move up, then come down, wow, like the roller coaster, so hit the water. Okay, what happened is when these two person, right, roller coaster. Okay, so when they hit the water, first of all, you can change into sound energy. Splash, so you got sound energy. Then next one is they can have heat energy. Heat energy is very useful in most of the question. Okay, you can memorize this. And then can be kinetic energy inside the water as well, because the kinetic energy of the roller coaster transfer to the water, so the water will move. Okay, it makes sense, right? Water move. So kinetic energy is in the water instead of the roller coaster. Then sound is because of splash. Heat is because of friction down here. Okay, so all good? Okay, so let's go to one more question before we end today's webinar. So now let's move on. So you guys will see all of them will be the October, November question. Okay, because need to help some students. They are going to exam soon, in 2 months time. Okay, so this question, so finally you see some question with work done. Okay, so work done formula again, force times displacement. Okay, so force, you got D, then displacement, vertical height, go up 3.5. So force 640 times 3.5. Then calculator. So 2240 joules. 2240 joules. So remember, write down, so we can get correct answer. Okay, then B. So this one is slightly different, okay, because in this question they talk about the electrical energy. Okay, so this energy with A, and what is V, what is A? Okay, so remember A is what we call current, V is potential difference. Okay, so this energy that involves A and V will be your electrical energy. Okay, so it's not in the energy chapter because this type of energy we'll talk about in electricity chapter. Okay, so the formula will be power times time. But what is power? Power is from your V and your I, and then times T. So what is V, what is I, what is T? Here, I, here, V, then T will be your force again. So times all of them. Calculator again. So 7500 7500 joules. Okay. So see my handsome face and Mr. King's handsome face. So handsome give light. Okay, light. Handsome also, hit him up for number. Okay, he have a lot of girlfriends. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Okay, then the last part of this question, so efficiency. Okay, there'll be one part that we're missing. So when you talk about efficiency, it will be your output power over your input power times 100%. Okay, but we haven't talked about any power in the previous question except this lah. But at the end, we also get energy only. So it means that this one, we do not need to use power as the output or input. We can use energy instead. But it will still be output over input. Then remember, times 100%. Okay, so the amount which is lesser will always be at the top, which is 2240. So because your final answer will be less than 100%. Okay, and another one will be 7500. So calculator again, calculate 224 times 100%. So 29.86. So we can write about 29.9 percent. Okay. Okay, so not all energy supply useful, correct lah? Because it's not 100%, not always less than that. So what energy can be wasted? Okay, sound lah, heat lah. These are the formula. These are the energy that you commonly use to mention about energy loss lah. Okay, so here will be the end of the energy chapter. Okay, so do let us know that which chapter you guys like the most, and then we can prepare for you for the next webinar if you guys are interested. Okay, so you can leave a comment below, and remember, thumbs up. Okay, and also follow our page on Facebook, WeBest. Okay, so WeBest is IGCSE Tuition Center, which I believe both of you, all of you, like it a lot lah. Okay, you have a lot of funds in our WeBest centers. We now actually have about like 9 centers and one more coming in Kota Kemuning and also Ampang. So stay tuned for that. So now we have in Kota Damansara, Menjalara, Puchong, USJ, SS2, Cheras. Yeah, okay. So, and also we will have our online course to be posted soon. Okay, so it will be mega. Okay, so for students who need help a lot in tuition, okay, but you cannot make it to our center, so you may be from Kelantan, Terengganu, somewhere far, or maybe you are from UK or US, you can find us as well. Okay, so we have these online courses, we are getting ready, so it will be launching, should be by this year lah, by our first beta version. Okay, so you can go to this website and check it out. It will be mainly from Mr. Khing and me, Miss Ivan. Okay, so yeah, that's all for tonight. And do let us know, like you can comment on our page, leave a review, or let us know when whether you guys would like to have another version of webinar or talking about another chapter or another topic. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Okay, that's all. Good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.